Yeah. Alexa, what time is Audrey's reading area?
Audrey reads in her area at 5 o'clock p.m.
All right, you guys. Thank you for being here, enjoying me reading fun and exciting books like this to you. Yes, it's called Splash. Y'all know how much I love water. I love the water. My friend calls me Aqua Mama. Please feel free to click like. Please feel free to hit share so that oh my bang, everybody can get to hear me read fun and exciting books like this. Yes. Um, and I'm going to ask you to go on over to YouTube and punch in Audrey's reading area and smash that subscribe button for me and punch that notification bell so you can be notified every single time I upload a new video to Audrey's reading area on YouTube. I just really need to shout out the artist on this picture right here. The artist, I'm going to call her Micaiah K. Micaiah K. She is a student of mine and she paints great pictures. Trust me when I tell you, woo, her pictures are so good. Um, so I had to get one. Micaiah K. She's gonna be yeah, you gonna hear about her. That picture right there, Micaiah K. Okay, now I'm try to get everything in this shot here. Trying to get everything. I'm trying to get the umbrella. It's actually my umbrella hat. My umbrella hat. Since we're talking about water, that's my umbrella hat. So, you guys ready for my book? I'm going to read to you Water Splash. It actually says Water Splash, taking care of your planet. Water Splash, taking care of your planet. Hmm. It says written by Nuria and Empar Jimenez, and it's illustrated by Rosa M. Curto. Trying to roll my tongue. I'm sorry if I messed it up, but Nuria and Empar Jimenez, and it's illustrated by Rosa M. Curto. Water Splash, taking care of your planet. I love this book. I love this book. Not just because I love water so much, but because it tells you a lot. You'll see. Listen. I'm going to read the back to you. See the back? Splash water. It says, taking care of your planet. Children learn about the importance of water in the lives of all people, plants, and animals, and they discover ways to conserve water in their home. Isn't that cool? Taking care of your planet. The books in this series will help make children aware that Earth's resources are limited and precious and must be used with care. Yes, following each story, a 4-page section suggests activities for kids that relate to the book's theme. There is also a guide for parents with suggestions on how to use the ideas in this book to keep children aware of environmental issues. So, the one I'll be reading to you today is Water Splash, taking care of your planet. Hmm, taking care of your planet. Let me move this back. Okay, can you see all my little thingies in the background? From the umbrella to the toothbrush to the rubber ducky to the water bottle to my water bag to my water squirter. Yes, another rubber ducky. You're so fun. All right, let's see what this exciting, fun and exciting book and educational because today's Educational Tuesday. Yes, and again, shout out to my student Micaiah K. Have you been playing in the streets? It's very hot, and you're very hot and very thirsty. You need water. You go running to the sink. You fill up a large glass of water, and yum. It's nice and cool. How lovely. Can you imagine if not even a trickle of water came out of the faucet? Where is the nearest spring? Some villages don't have sinks with faucets or springs. They don't even have water. The people who live there have to go a very long way to collect water from wells, and it isn't always good to drink. Yeah. Do you like jumping in puddles and playing with mud? I used to as a kid, especially my brother Dennis. I won't tell on him, he gonna get me. You probably wind up covered in mud from head to toe, but you can get cleaned up with a good shower. If we didn't have water, we would be very dirty. And what about your clothes? The plates you eat from and the floor of your house. You always need water for washing, don't you? Water is used for watering the plants on the balcony and the vegetables and trees in the garden. You also use it when you play or swim at the beach. That's me. I'm always at the pool or the beach, or in a river or a lake or a pool. What fun is it jumping over the waves? Jumping over the waves. Our planet has a lot of water. It has so much that the planet appears blue when seen from space. That's how much water this planet has. Imagine if we can place all the water on Earth in an enormous pitcher, full to the top. And yes, I got my little water the plants pitcher. If you can pour 100 glasses of water from that pitcher, only one glass would be fresh water. Wow. The rest of the glasses would be the salt water of the seas and ocean. Almost all the fresh water is found underground. And a large amount of the water found at the surface is in the form of ice. So if you could pour another 100 glasses of water from that glass of fresh water, only one glass would be the water found in rivers, lakes, and clouds. That's not very much, is it? As you can see, water is a treasure. It takes a lot of effort to obtain it, but it gets dirty quickly. If we throw garbage into it, it becomes polluted immediately and can ruin the environment. We have to be very careful. Even when we don't do anything bad, every time we use water, we dirty it and it cannot be reused. Can you imagine if you had to drink water from the drains? Ugh, how disgusting. Mm-mm-mm. The dirty water from the villages and cities end up in water treatment plants where it is treated and cleaned. More than half the water that reaches the water treatment plants is returned to the rivers and the sea a little bit cleaner. Despite the treatment, this water is not clean enough. It's not clean enough to drink again. This water can be used only to water the fields, to clean the streets, and for industry. Yes. Fortunately, there are many things you can do to save water in your home. And they are all very simple. When you brush your teeth, my toothbrush with a cover on it. When you brush your teeth and wash your hands, turn off the faucet while you brush and while you soap up. Then you'll be able to save a whole pitcher of water. Did you know that when you take a bath, you might use as much water as if you took 2 to 4 minute showers? Wow. You can save a lot of water with the washing machine and dishwasher if you turn them on only when they're completely full. You can also save water if you flush the toilet only when necessary. If you must water the plants, it's best to do so early in the morning or in the evening to prevent the water from evaporating. Have you ever thought of watering the plants with the water you use to wash vegetables or with rainwater? And when you don't need to use water, you still need to be careful. At home, it is better to take used oils, paints, and other highly contaminating wastes to a recycling center. Remember that the toilet is not a garbage can. If you go to the beach or a lake, don't leave your trash there. Take it home. You can take a bag with you to put the trash in. Did you know that the smallest piece of plastic or aluminum foil can harm the animals that live there? Did you guys know that? I'm here to tell you. Clean water is the source of life. And not only for people, it belongs to all living creatures on earth. Some animals, like fish, live in water all the time. Some others, like frogs, lay their eggs in there, and others, like ducks, feed in the water. Flowers, plants, shrubs, and trees also need water to grow. Water is so important that absolutely all living creatures use it for something. It's interesting, huh? Did you know that half of your body is water? Did you know that? Half of your body is water. If you could melt like an ice block, you would almost fill up a whole bucket. Water is very important for the body. We all need to drink water every day. And when it's very hot, we need to drink more water, eat fruit, and consume, which means eat, other fresh, refreshing food and drink to avoid getting dehydrated. We may also need to apply lotion to moisturize our skin. Water is mischievous and it likes to play. Sometimes it goes up and down or jumps like a waterfall. It can be very, very hot like soup, or it can be very cold like ice. It amuses itself to dress up and change shape. It can hide in the air so that you can't see it. It can be liquid and runny. Try holding it in your hand and you will see how it runs away. Excuse me. Sometimes it is as hard as a rock or as soft as fresh snow. Traveling is one of the things it likes doing the most. Do you know where water comes from and where it goes? Water falls from the sky in the form of rain or hail or snow. Some of this water escapes to underground streams. Then it reaches the rivers, lakes, and the seas. When it is very hot, you become covered with drops of sweat, which comes from the water in your body. If you were a lake, your sweat droplets would rise upward and upward to the sky to become clouds. And when the clouds release the water droplets in the form of rain, the cycle would start over again. Water is a great traveler, and it always follows the same route. Sometimes, however, the gentle cycle is disrupted and it can rain a lot over a short period of time. then the water might not be absorbed by the soil and it accumulates to cause flooding. Sometimes the rain falls in the form of hailstones. If this happens, you should look for shelter. Hail can hurt and it can cause injury. If the wind and rains are very strong, the sea seems to get angry, causing the waves to grow and sweep away everything they find in their path. You must be very careful. Showed you my little hat umbrella already. As you can see, water is very, very important. We couldn't live without it, could we? That's why we all need to make some effort not to spoil it. We must all try to do our part so that one day we will be able to see our rivers, lakes, and seas nice and clean and full of life. I do my part. What about you? You can help too. That's right. You can help too. That's the end of the book. The end. But they do have some activities that I can pull up to the screen and you can read. The Dripping Faucet. Then you have rain gauge. Remember, you can always pause the video and read it. I think there's, I would have time. I'll have time to read all of this. I'll read it to you. The dripping faucet. Have you ever thought about how much water is lost every day from a faucet that is not turned off properly? Experiment. Place a glass underneath the faucet. Turn the faucet on just enough to let it drip, drip, drip. Wait 5 minutes and observe how much water there is in the glass. Imagine how much water would be lost in a day. By the way, remember to turn the faucet off when you finish experimenting. That's your activity number 1. Activity number 2, rain gauge. Take a transparent, hard plastic container with a cylindrical shape, like a cylinder, shaped like a cylinder. This will be the container for your rain gauge. Very carefully cut out a strip of tracing paper 2 or 3 fingers wide. Make the paper every millimeter. It says mark the paper every millimeter. Start with 0 at the bottom. If you find this too difficult, you can make marks every 5 millimeters. And write a number at each of the marks. Use clear plastic tape to stick the strip vertically along the container so that the 0 is at the bottom. Ask an adult to help you make a hook from a piece of wire to hang the rain gauge outside so that you can record how much rain falls every day at home or at school. Nice. That's the rain gauge. See it? Can you see it? Rain stick. Let me show it to you first, and then you can read it yourself and pause it. And then the water cycle. You can pause it and replay and pause it. So take a cardboard tube and draw a spiral around it with a felt tip pen. Then make holes in the tube along the spiral with a hole punch, leaving the space of 2 fingers between the holes. Place a stick in each hole and cut off the overhanging part. Make 2 cardboard lids to close the ends of the tube and hold them on the ends with masking tape. Close one end first, then fill the tube with a handful of lentils or rice and close the other end. Decorate the tube with paints, crayons, and felt tip pens. Now you can listen to the sound of the rain whenever you like. The water cycle. Pour some water into a clear plastic bag. Blow it up and tie it up with a rubber band so that the water and air cannot escape. Place the bag on a sunny windowsill. After a while, you will see how the bag begins to sweat and the sides are covered with tiny droplets of water. Yeah. Then they have the parent's guide. Where is the nearest spring? The water on the planet. Purifying water. Let's save water. Tells you where all of these, what pages all of these things are on. Water is the source of life. Properties of water. The water cycle and angry water. So I will put it up here so you can pause and read. Parent's guide. Pause and read. And then this side. Pause and read. And you can rewind and read. Very interesting things that you can do with water and learn to save. Splash water. All right. The end, you guys. Wasn't that fun and exciting? And it taught you some stuff, which makes it educational. Whenever you learn from these books, it's considered educational. So, thank you for joining me here at Audrey's Reading Area and listening to me read fun, exciting, and learning educational books. Yes, don't forget to click that like button, share, hit the share button. Go ahead. Thank you. I'll wait. And then go on over to Audrey's Reading Area and smash that subscribe button for me and punch that notification bell so you can be notified every single time I upload a new video. Once again, shout out to Micaiah K for this painting. Also, happy birthday to my nephew Nikolai. Today, October 26th, is Nikolai's birthday. I love you, my nephew Nikolai. Happy birthday. And I will see you soon, hopefully. Shout out to my mom. My mom had surgery today, but she made it here. I see her. She's on. If you are on, you have to make a comment in order for me to know that you're here. So shout out to everybody who's here who did not comment. But if you're here listening, shout out to you. Thank you guys so much for all of this love and support. My mom, Bev, she's always here, always. And she always comments so that I know that she's here too. So thank you guys. And I will see you again tomorrow, right? Live at 5. That's Live. Live at 5 tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yes, I will see you tomorrow. It's only a day away. See you tomorrow, and I will see you soon here at Audrey's Reading Area.